Dude, what was that? How did that go? Attention, everybody. The views and opinions expressed on the show are not necessarily those of Acts Ministry, Acts Media Group, and or their affiliate and subordinate ministries and or nonprofits. So without any further ado. Attention, everybody. Good morning. Coming to you live from Acts Media Group headquarters here in beautiful Springfield, Missouri. It's a morning drive with Matt and Jay, with your hosts, Matt and Jay. It's Steve. And me. From the USS Waddle. Or is it Waddell?
Waddell. Hey, today it could be called Waddle.
I guess it could be. Boy, what's up with all the rain?
Yes.
I posted a little short video on Facebook this morning. Did you see it? Like when I got here in the parking lot. It was a warning video for those leaving for work.
Oh, yeah.
About the puddles.
And major puddles they are.
Yeah.
Oh, stereo.
Do you have an adjustable wrench
It's a random question.
with you in your car?
There's some we got some toolbox here. Why? What's up?
Oh, I might have to adjust my windshield in.
Oh, I'm sure we got. That's a weird noise in my mouth.
When pigs fly.
That's my pig noise.
Good morning.
When pigs fly. Look at them now.
Yeah.
Does that sound like a pig?
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
I mean, I've
Sweet.
not really been around communicating pigs much. But
I've been called a pig once or twice in my life,
So are cops.
but I'm not a chauvinistic.
oh,
Oh yeah, well, you know, I support
Back in the
Blue
day.
Lives Matter, but they do have some really funny rhymes like "I smell bacon, I smell grease. Here comes the Springfield City Police."
no.
That's the
like
first. I've never heard that one.
You know, and I always take the opportunity. I know cops get like free coffee and stuff like that. But
Donuts
sometimes I like to pay for their coffee.
We had somebody try to pay for a policeman's chewing tobacco yesterday. He refused. He said he couldn't take that.
No.
Wow.
Well, what a good guy. Not abusing his deal. But
Yeah.
I mean, really, let the people know that have been working through this, the essential workers. And
Yes.
I'm talking about the people that they consider unskilled laborers and stuff like that are out there obviously putting their health in danger
Yeah.
working. I mean, I'm essential. I don't want you guys to thank me because but
Yeah, I don't want to.
Gas station attendants, convenience store attendant.
but you can see the ones that are stressed out. You can tell when they're stressed out. Just be like, hey, I just wanted to let you know I appreciate you.
Yeah, it does wear on you though.
Oh, yeah.
I know that I've been getting some depression from it. I think at work a lot of it's pretty manic most of the time with the customers. I try to cheer them up and make them laugh and stuff. But then you get some that are so low, so down, and so and then there's those who are vile and all. So that kind of is an up and down type thing. Then I'm making progress and doing good things over at Crosswalk of Hope. Things are coming together and really moving in a good direction. But even in that, you make steps in the right direction that are good, and then boom, something comes back on you and it falls. All of that stuff, those ups and downs,
Morning, Scott.
I think somehow wears out your body chemistry,
Marsha,
maybe?
Larry. Yeah.
I don't know. And then something malfunctions
Well, what
and
happens-
you end up feeling depressed.
When you're stressed out like that, your brain releases cortisol into your system, which is very unhealthy.
Mm-hmm.
And that is what, that's how physical stress and heartache and stuff like that have a physical pain. Like, it's physical pain.
It is.
It's not psychological. Like, you can feel literal pain in your heart and stuff like that. That's your body releasing cortisol and other
What does it
chemicals.
release?
You think you're having a
cortisol
heart
for?
attack or something.
I don't know what the use is. I guess it probably just to let you know that, hey, you're stressing out. I don't know exactly. Why does the body release cortisol? I should. I'm
You know
gonna
what?
look that
Your
right now.
glands too. I found this out a few years ago. Your glands will shut down. I mean, all major glands, they will shut you down, and if you don't catch it fast enough, it'll shut your body down, and then you're a vegetable.
What's the solution, though? I think that the incremental progress in the right direction, however great or small, I think is a really good solution to it. Like I started buying a couple extra cans of vegetables and a couple extra cans of fruit and a couple extra cans of meat, canned stuff, and started storing it. And I don't have a big storehouse of it, but if I actually had if there was some real...
Okay, sorry, go ahead.
I mean, if I really had an issue and had to start really rationing, I mean, I got a couple weeks worth of canned food, and it ain't a lot.
No.
But I wouldn't die. I wouldn't starve.
Think of cortisol as nature's built-in alarm system. It's your body's main stress hormone, and it works with certain parts of your brain to control your mood, motivation, and fear. Your adrenal glands, triangle-shaped organs at the top of your kidneys, make cortisol. So I guess it accompanies adrenaline. It's best known for helping fuel your body's fight or flight instinct in a crisis, but cortisol plays an important role in a number of things that your body does. For example, it manages how your body uses carbohydrates, fats, and proteins, keeps inflammation down, regulates your blood pressure, increases your blood sugar or glucose, controls your sleep-wake cycle, and boosts energy so that you can handle stress and restores balance afterwards.
There you go.
Who knew? But an overabundance of cortisol in your system is bad for you.
What does it say about that? Say somebody has post-traumatic stress, so you're in a constant state of a constant vigilant state of preparedness. Well, that would be probably a lot of cortisol constantly.
Well, okay, so your hypothalamus and your pituitary gland, which the hypothalamus is like the main gland that. But I think it's the hypothalamus that what it does is it monitors the blood in a way, and like if there's not enough water in your blood, it'll send a message out, or if it's too hot, it'll send a message to your sweat glands, and cause them to secrete fluid, so that whenever the sweat evaporates, the heat takes the heat with it.
Yeah.
It's a natural air conditioning system.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, that's how air conditioning works.
Yeah.
Refrigeration works because they heat up something and it causes condensation. Mm-hmm. And when that condensation evaporates, it takes the heat with it, leaving the cooler air. Come on.
Who knew?
This was not an accident that we were built with this stuff, folks. How does it work? So the hypothalamus and pituitary gland, both located in your brain.
God knew what he was doing when he created us.
Can sense if your blood contains the right level of cortisol. If the level is too low, your brain adjusts the amount of hormones that it takes. Your adrenal glands pick up on these signals, and then they fine-tune the amount of cortisol that they release. Cortisol receptors, which are in most cells of your body, receive and use the hormone in different ways. Your needs will differ from day to day. For instance, when your body is on high alert, cortisol can alter or shut down functions that get in the way. These might include your digestive and reproductive systems, your immune system, or even your growth process. Now, too much stress, after the pressure of danger or danger has passed, your cortisol level should calm down your heart. Blood pressure, and other body systems will get back to normal. But what if you're under constant stress and the alarm button stays on? That's a question that you just had, correct? Yeah. It can derail your body's most important functions, actually. It can also lead to a number of health problems, including anxiety and depression, headaches, heart disease, memory and concentration problems with digestion, trouble sleeping, and weight gain. Too much cortisol.
All the above.
Now, a nodule or a mass in your adrenal gland or a tumor in the brain's pituitary gland can trigger your body to make too much cortisol. This can cause a condition called Cushing syndrome. It can lead to rapid weight gain, skin that bruises easily, muscles weakness, diabetes, and many other health problems. Now, this is some pretty interesting stuff today. We're not talking about the rain at the moment. Let's see, I tried to go to page number 2.
By the way, good morning, Michael Miller and Virginia and Scott.
So yeah, cortisol, too much stress. Yeah, so anxiety and depression. See, that's why I think whenever you take certain medications, it regulates your cortisol levels. I didn't know that cortisol was made by your adrenal glands, because adrenaline is also made by your adrenal glands. I think all those things are the chemicals that alter you physically, because whenever you're under adrenaline, you can do things. Sometimes people have been known to do things superhuman-like, like pick up a car.
Yeah.
Adrenaline is an intense chemical that it's like a nuclear bomb,
Like a
of
superpower.
energy going off in your body, or cause everything to switch into high gear.
Right. Like a superpower that you have that you didn't know you had.
Like whenever, and also think about your reflexes, man. Like if something goes to fall and you don't know how you do it, but your arm is fast enough to reach up and snatch something out of the air as it's coming for you, and you didn't even think about it.
Yeah, your reflexes or something.
Brain is so amazing. It picks up on stuff that we don't see, and it acts.
Yeah.
Your brother actually wrote a poem about that, or called "The Inner Warrior," My Inner Warrior. It was actually really cool.
Yeah, he's pretty cool.
I don't know if you ever read that one or not.
No.
Because me being a poet and a musician and stuff, and a songwriter and all that, you know, we talked about that kind of stuff whenever I lived with him when I was 18.
Yeah, I love being around my brother.
Yeah, your whole family, our whole family is just amazing.
Yeah.
So let me go back to
It is our family. We might have some bias.
Yeah, that's true. Mike Crimper, when you eat right, it regulates everything. That's true. And I'm excited to find out how, all right, so I'm part of this. It's not a diet, it's a health program.
Yes.
And you have coaches, support groups. I'm real excited about this. And everybody is so nice to each other and so supportive.
Yes.
And, it adds a level of, what did I call that? Accountability that may be what you need. Because sometimes your willpower, if it's up to you or if it's up to me, my willpower just is not good.
No.
Vigorously inhales. But that's another reason why I do all of this. Well, first of all, I do this as my worship to God,
Yeah.
And I love working for God, and I love bringing the gospel to people.
But staying healthy is one way of having a testimony saying that God's in control of your body. And, 'cause if you're overweight or obese, I'm not saying anything bad, but if you're not living right, then that's your testimony.
I'm living proof. I battle anxiety and probably depression.
And that's why you're gaining the weight?
No, actually, I'm addicted to food.
So the food is the whole...
It's an addiction.
It
for
is.
me. And it is for a lot of people. And a lot of people, they don't realize why they're doing that. But this right here will help me to keep... and I really am super, super excited about this diet that I'm starting. As soon as the food gets here, Mike Crimper, thank you very much for the opportunity. Him and his wife, Heidi. The amazing folks. And
you guys really do care for people, that's for sure.
So Steve can only bring Jade donuts. That is exactly right. And I'm telling people that usually give me food and stuff when I start this, please don't offer me anything.
Okay.
Well, Steve, what am I mincing meat?
Well, the thing is,
kidding, Steve.
And again, that's like, for me, it's like someone offering me jugs or something. I really love sweets. I really love food in general. The good thing about this program is you will be eating every 3 hours. Now, these aren't huge meals. All the meals come basically prepackaged. Mm-hmm. And except for one meal a day. I'll be responsible for one of my own meals a day. And I'm kind of explaining this, Mike. I hope I'm doing all right. I haven't mentioned the name yet. But if you're interested in it, give me a shout on Facebook.
Julie wants to know too. I mean,
Yeah.
she said that to me yesterday. So you tell me, Mike, what I should do because I don't want to
being the best version of yourself for him. That's true, Mike Kemper. He said, "You got it, brother. Prepare to be amazed." Leon. Oh, okay. He posted an article. I haven't actually watched it yet, but.
Good morning, Jennifer.
I did get the package, Jim. If you're watching, I opened it and I started to read through it, and it's all the way over on the other side of the thing. But yes, I did get it. I just got it this morning.
Yeah, we're having a telethon.
We're having a telethon.
Yes, and can't wait.
First through the
Second
5th.
annual.
Second annual. That is right.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, well, the first one was it went well. The first, but it was like 12 hours for 2 days.
But it may be annual or semi-annual, meaning every 6 months. Because what was it like? November, October, November last year, October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May. So as of right now, it's semi-annual. So,
I think if it's just once in a calendar year, then I guess it's annual.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Larry Milton says this lockdown is affecting me, but this rainy weather is killing me. Yeah, the rainy weather is difficult. I really would like
that Jeep away from. I got to get that Jeep home.
We'll be able to go over there and get it because my car can pull the flatbed now.
Yeah.
Let's see, making sure we're not. Makes me mad when people call them pigs. Yeah, it does me too.
Me too.
Talking about cops, officers.
Yeah. That was a 60s, early 70s thing.
Mind Power is a 3,000-year-old martial art training form for self-control. What was that?
I thought I heard something.
I thought I heard something.
Did somebody fart?
I did.
That's not what I heard.
Somebody fart in there? Oh, it was.
Ah.
But see, you kind of leaned over a little bit and it went. It's like, okay, well, Steve.
Yeah, I do too. I think police officers are, for the ones that I meet at work, I mean, they seem to have integrity and they're kind, professional.
Mm-hmm.
What is that word? Humility.
Mm-hmm.
They have humility.
Yeah, like I thanked an officer for his service one day, and he said, "No, don't thank me for I'm not, I said, "No, you're out on the front lines out here."
Yeah.
I said, "I know you weren't in the military." Because I said, "I'm not in the military." I said, "Well, still, I appreciate you, and I thank you for your service." Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're getting paid out there, but I mean, really, you don't get paid enough.
Some of the shows in Branson, even, they're not just thanking the military; they're actually thanking first responders and police, and so they're just as important too. Military and.
I think they do a great job, and that's why we don't really know how good a job they do. If they stop doing such a good job. I mean, the times that I needed first responders or police or, in my life, there is no substitute.
Yeah.
If they didn't exist, my life would be very drastically different right now. If their positions were all open, my life would be drastically different. And I think people don't realize, even the police, I think, in some ways don't realize what they do, because their very existence and the ability to call them and have them come from a phone call and be there, no matter the situation, keeps a lot of people who would do a lot of bad things from considering doing them.
Yeah.
The idea, I want this, I want to do that, you know what I mean? Truly evil criminal people exist. And a lot of the reason why they don't show their ugly faces and the ugly
fear of getting
face
arrested by the police.
Evil is because of their fear of consequence. And the consequence is that the police may show up and bust them down and put them in cuffs.
Yeah.
And take them away so they can't victimize more people. And a lot of people would victimize people who never do,
right?
Because the police exist. And so I'm really grateful for them, and I think people ought to be ashamed for not honoring them the way they should. Now, on the other hand, those police officers who are corrupt should be ashamed of themselves too.
Yeah.
Because they soil a profession that keeps us safe.
An honorable and noble profession.
An honorable and noble.
And then people see that, and they're not sure whether to trust that person or not.
Yeah, but with all power comes great responsibility.
Yep.
And not just that, but the temptation of abuse of that power.
And I think it doesn't help also that the most contact we have with the police is usually when we've
Negative.
done something wrong.
Yeah.
You know, we haven't maintained our property, and it's become dangerous. If your brake lights aren't working, if your tail lights, you know what I mean? If something on your vehicle ain't right, you know, those are all. Those laws didn't come about because they said, "Hey, we want money." Those laws came about because people were driving around in vehicles that had a lot of stuff not working, and there were car accidents as a result, and there were lots of them, and they were deadly,
Yeah.
and they changed people's lives drastically. You know, you get rear-ended, it can change your entire life, and it doesn't have to be a very hard hit.
Like
No,
it
it
wasn't
doesn't.
illegal to drink and drive all the way up until the 70s.
Well, yeah, and then they started having real
Yeah.
serious car accidents.
Well,
as
and there was a
result.
person whose child got hit and killed by a drunk driver, and it wasn't illegal back then. And this man pursued it.
Yeah.
And got the laws changed.
And is that
I've been
where-
arrested
is that
4
where Mad
times.
comes in?
I don't know how many times
I've been around. What?
Is that where Mad came in, or was that the 80s? You know, Mothers Against Drunk Drivers.
Oh, that I don't know when Mothers Against Drunk
I
Drivers.
think that was an 80s thing.
I think it was, but I think before that there was another organization.
I've got O.J. Simpson's autograph on a Mothers Against Drunk Drivers hat somewhere.
Do you really?
Yeah. Well, I met him when I was a kid. I didn't know who he was, but that was before he, committed murder.
I was just gonna say before he got real famous,
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was pretty famous.
Yeah, he was.
Before
especially
that,
court drama.
He was in Naked Gun.
he was also one of the
He was a great football
all-time
player.
great football players.
Yeah, he did the Hertz commercial. Well, insert name here.
Orange juice.
Orange juice. Yeah. OJ.
Yeah,
Sorry.
leaping over the suitcases. That was pretty hilarious.
I liked it whenever he was in that wheelchair in that movie, and somebody did that and knocked him down, and he was already in a full body cast.
Oh
He
yeah,
was at the stadium, and he got pushed down the stairs.
Was
and
that
then he hit
Naked
the,
Gun?
Yeah, and then he hit the bar and went flying. I thought it
We've
was
got
funny.
the DVD, all 3 of them.
I took to change the subject a bit. I took a little trip back in time. I was at a very large, well-known retail store, and I don't know why I said it like that, but
I have no idea what you're talking about.
What? See what?
it rhymes with hall fart. Anyways, so I found this. It was a five disc collection for $10, right? And it was all the Superman movies.
Oh,
And when I was a kid, you know how when you're a kid and you go into the movie store, we'll let you pick out one movie. So there were 2 different types of movies that I picked out. Superman movies, which was usually my first go-to. No, Chuck Norris movies were my first go-to. And then all the Superman movies. And I hadn't watched them since I was a kid. And so I had my own little Superman marathon at night whenever I'm awake and everybody else is asleep, when I'm at home. And, it's pretty good. Christopher Reeve, I think, was the best Superman.
I think
yeah, he was.
No offense to the new Superman, but it kind of went off the rails.
It didn't do too well.
Well, no, I mean, it did great,
Oh,
but
it
it's
was
just,
okay.
it was weird. It was a little bit more dark.
Oh yeah, a lot of those superhero movies
Superman-
lately have gotten darker.
The old Superman movies, Superman never killed anybody,
No,
Well, in the new ones, I mean, he did in the first movie. You're like, what? Why is he doing that? That's not what he does. Superman's not going to snap somebody's neck, though he could, I guess, if he were a real person. But, anyways,
I think Law and Order is something that's being, I don't know, there's an assault on
Steve
Law
Schultz
and
says,
Order.
no, John Wayne, you communist.
what?
Oh,
What?
I think I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that Steve Schultz
it's a John Wayne fan.
is a John Wayne fan. I used to bring Clint Eastwood. I dated a girl and she was obsessed with John Wayne. She still is. were friends, and she had like the full cardboard, full-size cardboard
boy.
cutout of him. That always freaked me out when I walked by there, and I'd see the silhouette of it standing there, and it would freak me out because I would forget it's there. All these John Wayne pictures and all these movies, but if I might have intentionally brought in a few Clint Eastwood movies to make her angry.
Ooh,
And, yeah, she
you
said,
bad boy.
She said those are not allowed in my house. Sorry if you're wondering why I keep scratching my nose, because I got one of my mustache hairs is like curled up,
I've been there.
tickling the inside of my nose.
Twitching your nose, and
Thanks for bringing our attention to that.
that was.
Okay, now I got one myself.
I'm glad I shaved mine because I'm sure I would have had one too.
Yeah.
And
Well-
I have.
Have you ever had the one long nose hair that grows long enough to go from one side of your nostril to the other?
Not been there.
I had one like that, and I kept wondering, why in the world is this? Until you get tweezers in there and
TMI,
you
folks.
pluck that out. What, like nose hair? The older you get, the more nose hair you get, it seems.
Yeah, you're
Like,
right.
Like, are you at that age where you have ear hair yet?
No, but I've seen it, and sometimes it's just a little too much.
I do.
Do you?
Yeah.
Now, I've heard that your earlobes never stop growing. Is that true?
I don't know.
Because
I've
I mean,
never heard that.
no. But I mean, and it's a generational thing because I see people from certain generations and they've got the pork chop earlobes. You know what I'm talking about? They're like,
The big discs in them.
no. Although that is more,
I know
that
what
is
you're-
pretty popular. You're talking about gauged.
Yes,
I
I know
suppose, yeah.
exactly what you're
I've
talking about.
seen
The big
some.
lobe where
Yeah.
there's circle. And
They
it's got
they
the
look
all-
pretty gross when there's nothing in them.
Yes,
It's just like some weird, stretchy.
it's
earlobe
better just to put
hole.
something in there. It looks weird with
I think
it.
that's
but
an
with-
interesting thing. Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
It is interesting, and we're not saying that I don't have anything against that because
I don't either.
I mean I'm all tatted up. It's a self-expression.
It's shocking.
Yeah.
So your initial reaction is shock. I personally don't think it's attractive. So when I see it, it's kind of
It's like, whoa, it throws
it's
you out.
uncomfortable because I don't like the way it looks.
Right.
But
it's
at the
interesting.
same time, I think that's kind of part of the deal is can you really overcome those things that are just really cultural fads
Yeah.
to see who the person is?
Like when I started getting tattoos, they weren't near as popular as they are now.
In
Yeah.
Branson, they're real popular now.
And there are a lot of pastors now that are tatted up.
There are a lot.
You
a
know.
lot of the newer pastors, you mean younger? Yes.
Yeah. I mean,
A lot of people who have experienced the most grace are becoming pastors. And so a lot of times they don't really look the part because they're not the clean-cut, wholesome people. And they have,
The shirt and tie and all that.
and they
and
have,
some people will talk to them more before they would talk to a guy in a suit.
yeah.
Yes, you're right.
I'm saying you got them on there, you may as well use them for God's glory.
Yeah, I think it's easier because, what are you going to say to somebody who looks like a sinner? You perceive them as sinners. What are you going to confess or talk about that's going to make you look bad? You know what I mean? You kind of feel like more of an equal and not afraid to be open about who you are and what you do in your life and what your need for grace is.
Your life wide open.
Somebody who needs more grace than you, it's easy to open up.
And I'm sure there are a lot of people that need more grace than me, but I need more grace than a lot of people. What's that? The story of the Jesus talked about. Was it Jesus was talking about who do you think appreciates it more?
Mm-hmm.
Well, the one that was forgiven more,
Yeah.
the one that had the biggest debt that was paid.
And I think the grace.
Steve Schultz says, "I'll talk to anyone, even you guys. Laugh out loud."
Thank you, Steve.
Yeah.
We appreciate you too.
But yeah, it's an interesting conversation we're having today. We haven't talked about really the rain at all, except for
I heard some thunder a second ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I thought I heard.
So I heard.
It's pretty dark out there.
I heard that Oh. Well, my brain just left me.
Well, morning, Michael
Oh.
Miller.
I heard that man. I keep trying to say it, and it just leaves my brain. I heard that and thought, oh, what's going to happen if the power goes out? You will still see us, but you will not be able to hear us because the only thing we don't have on backup power
It's the audio.
is the audio.
But I guess there's.
We
what
could
you
do it in
call
mime. You'd be like,
Well, we could, but there's what do you call it? Not subliminal, but the messages are running across the screen.
they wouldn't be able to hear it. It wouldn't even be able to hear us to be able to put those up there
Oh man,
because it has to hear us. It goes with the
Oh
audio.
yeah, that's true. Well, you're lost then.
Yeah.
If you know sign language real well, we could do that. But we don't. I don't anymore.
I don't either.
Oh, could you imagine having to do sign language of what we say in the change of conversation?
We could put somebody up in a little box, and they could be, sign language while we talk.
Right.
They used to do that in the old church.
Oh, yeah.
The church where they had
Yeah.
a box where the lady would sign while the preacher was preaching.
Mm-hmm. To be in a little bubble up in the corner.
Yep.
Looks like one of those old-fashioned oval-shaped pictures you would have hanging up in your old wall.
Yep. And it come to life.
Yeah.
Signs. I know a little bit of sign language, but I used to know 300 words. I was taught 300 words in 2 weeks.
Really?
Yep.
That's a lot of words to learn in 2 weeks.
I learned how
3
to
weeks.
do certain songs, and I'm rusted at it now.
Are you? A little bit rusty, are you?
Yep.
I don't know if I have any Johnny Rooster stuff up today. Well, we're gonna play the morning an episode of the Morning Mouth with Johnny Rooster and Pastor Matt
All right.
from 9:30 to or from 9 to 9:30 today.
Get it together.
Well, because Randy Byer
Yeah.
is taking the Tuesday slot for now, filling in for something to celebrate.
Right.
And
I hope and pray Amber's
What did you
doing
get?
all right.
Who else is going to be here? You said you had made a lot of progress yesterday.
Yes.
So who's coming?
You mean as far as the
Running Man
telethon?
to Fleet-
Yeah,
what-
tell our listeners who they're going to see.
Well, when I had my show Brighter Living last week, you saw Peggy Lee Brennan and her husband Jeffrey singing and dancing.
oh yeah,
Okay, well they're going to be hosting Tuesday's entertainment segment. They're going to be the host for that day.
oh for the talent show
Yes, for the talent
because
show.
they're also competing in that talent show.
Oh, they are.
Yes.
Okay, well, Jim. Well, Jim, if you're listening,
Well,
there you go,
We'll get
watching.
that squared away. But yeah, they're going to be there. Troy and Belinda Johansson are going
Yes.
to be competing in that, and
And then I have Ron and Haven Howard, who are CGMA members.
they're going to be sending us a video to put
No,
on.
they're actually going to be here to sing.
Oh, okay. They're going to be here to sing.
Soul
Did
Joy.
you get them to fill out their entry sheet? Entry form?
I'm meeting with Haven today at lunch
Good.
at Steamy Joe's.
Yeah. So for those of you who don't know, Steve is my unofficial executive assistant.
That's right.
'Cause he talks to a lot of people.
Yeah, good job.
And then I think Kerry Miller said that he was going to send something in if he couldn't be here live.
Does
tried
he
it.
do puppets or?
Yes.
Okay.
Ventriloquism.
Okay. He's the one that does the ventriloquism.
Yep.
Yeah, he's pretty funny.
Yeah, and then I have a couple other people, and I don't want to mention it until I know for
I'm
sure.
trying to get Johansson's to do their marionettes. You know what I'm
Sure.
talking about? Their puppets.
Oh, yeah.
She said they're marionettes.
They're marionettes.
Yeah, which is the
Yeah.
stringy kind,
They're stringy. No, but we're starting to get a good lineup. So
Good.
Steve Schultz says you could get a monkey.
who, you or me?
I think all of us. But that wasn't in regards to what you said. That was earlier.
For what, Steve? What would
Oh,
you get 'em
to
up
do
for?
the-
My
to do the
joints
sign
are
language.
aching.
I get a monkey.
For some bacon. Yep.
I wish. I need some bacon.
No, but there's a good lineup. I just want to. Oh, and I've talked to several people last night online, and they're very interested. I said, well, if you filled out the,
It's going to be fun.
Yep. So
I think this year's going to be better.
Yeah.
Because last
Have
year.
we worked out the details on the sandwich thing? Who's
Yeah.
gonna judge it? Who's gonna make one?
I'm not going to judge it because at that time I'm going to be on that diet.
Hmm.
So I'm going to go ahead and opt out on the judging. So I'm going to make a sandwich.
Jim
gonna
and
make a
I talked
sandwich.
about that yesterday.
Yeah.
Last night, he asked me if I knew anybody famous, not famous, but
A restaurateur.
yes, and I've got somebody that I'm going to be talking to today.
They're gonna be judging or making a sandwich.
No, that'll be judging.
Is it the person from Steamy Joe's?
No,
Oh,
no, from another well-known place in town,
yeah,
Branson Center Stage.
yeah.
He's a chef.
Oh,
Cool.
we could always try and get somebody to talk to the owners of London Calling too,
Now you can't
Neil.
be a
because they're British.
judge if you
Yes.
have underlying health issues like heart.
Disease, diabetes, allergies to nuts.
A lot of sandwiches
Nuts.
are great because of the condiments, so you might not want to have any real issues not having a certain condiment. Oh, I don't like mustard, something
I
like
don't
that.
know.
You'd probably ought to not be a judge if you have those
Yeah,
kinds
because
of
then
but
you'll
I-
have hatred towards mustard.
biases.
Yeah, but I don't know if Neil doesn't have the London Calling restaurant, or not restaurant, but express over
It's
in
a-
the
it's a-
Bradfield Mall. I don't know if it's open yet. or
It's
not.
a food truck.
Well, no, I
They're
know
the
he's got
buses.
it. Yeah, but I don't know where that's at.
But
now,
I
'cause
think
they
it'd be
moved it out.
great to have somebody from England
Oh yes.
judging a sandwich competition that is in America, where we throw some weird stuff together. But what we consider their stuff is weird
Actually,
too.
I do
you know?
have his phone number,
Well,
so
that's
let
'cause
me
their
give
stuff
him a
is weird.
call.
Yeah,
I'll call Neil because I
I
got
mean-
his phone number now. So
I mean, how good is your food when you have to put malt vinegar on it? I mean,
Pretty good.
yeah,
and,
I love me some malt vinegar on
and the
fish.
coleslaw. Shoot, the coleslaw that they make, the homemade.
Hey, Mike Crimper, is malt vinegar, is that okay on this diet?
I
That'd be-
like vinegar on cold cut sandwiches.
I love vinegar
Yes.
on everything.
Balsamic vinegar. Balsamic vinegar. Is that
Balsamic
Balsamic.
vinegar,
Balsamic.
Jinx,
pinch poke, you owe me a Coke.
Coke,
Coke
Coke.
and a smile.
It's like watching a. Anyways, real quick, before I forget and not do it, we were talking about the stuff going on during the telethon, right?
Right.
Right?
Right.
Right. I'm pulling up axemediagroup.com because I left my stuff over there.
You cracked us up, Matt. We couldn't.
Yeah, I bet.
Oh, here we go. He says
Pong.
that was a pretty great reaction he had to that.
That sounds more like a cuckoo clock.
It does, doesn't it?
We're not saying you're cuckoo, you know. Just
Speaking of rain, you remember those old grandfather clocks that you'd pull the weights up and down?
Ding, ding,
Pretty cool,
ding.
huh? I wish I had one of those. Well, I don't want more stuff. Please don't send me one.
Send them all to him.
No, I would like to get
send
rid of
all
more
your
stuff.
goods to Jay.
I'm doing pretty good. I'm
Yeah.
getting a lot of stuff removed
We'll-
and whittled down.
Yeah, we're going to be taking a lot of sound equipment out of there, which
Yep.
takes up a lot of room. I'm going to have to make room for a little bit of it up here.
Boy,
Just
you could
to
really
kinda-
have a lot of room then, right?
We're going to try and incorporate our the mixer board, that the thing that Jay built. It also has one of the doors turns into a table
Yep.
that stretches out, and we're going to try. And the mixer is
And it's about that size.
the mixer is operated by computer
Wow.
or tablet or phone.
That's huge.
So like I could,
including the monitor channels.
including the monitor channel, so you can turn them.
Ooh.
We're gonna and yeah, so
Some serious sounds.
some more growth since it's just going to be sitting around doing nothing. Well, it'll be there. It'll be available for us to use. I mean, we'll just for the band.
It's
and stuff.
yours.
Yes, it is.
Well, you will be using your sound equipment for
This.
this because it is better.
Yes. Anyways, that's let's see. make
What are you
sure-
going to do with that?
That's going to be backup.
Yeah, case of a failure. Yep.
Yeah. It's always good to have backups.
Yeah,
All
you
right,
always
so
want a plan B.
Tuesday, Wednesday. Today is Friday, right?
Redundancy.
Yes.
Now this is the only part that
Sorry.
that we're having a difficult time with at the moment. That day is going to be the raffle items.
I'm looking forward
Sean?
to that. What do you guys have? Or should I put some
So
stuff
I
in
don't
it?
know. I don't know. Yeah, if you, I mean, yeah.
I got some
I'm gonna be
stuff.
talking to Jennifer today about all the stuff that she's got in the craft mall. See if they
Okay.
can donate some things. Or
I think I'm going to get rid of my cigar box.
The time Really? Doesn't it have cigars in it?
It does. I need to have a big cigar party and we can get together and smoke cigars.
Some of them have
Get rid
been
of
there
them.
for like 6 years.
Yeah, a long time.
Well, the older they are, I guess
Hopefully
the
they're not
better
in a
they-
dumping phase. Well, cigars, the ones that he smokes are really good. I like to taste
last.
them. Yeah, yeah. He has some that like it'll take you an hour to smoke it.
I don't know if I got any honey sticks left.
Do you
but
smoke cigars?
Um,
That's good, really. It is.
the honey sticks?
So
I've
we're gonna
got,
have
but
the
I don't know.
raffle items, and here's the situation with that. The time is going to be 8 a.m. during the morning drive. You got to email your bid to 4321axe@gmail.com. Highest bid and bidder announced every 15 minutes. Winner announced at 10:30 a.m. Payment confirms via axemediagroup.com. So after you send your bid, if you win it, then you have to go to axemediagroup.com to the click on donation PayPal button and put the amount in for which item or lot and lot number and description in that. So it's going to be fun. We're going to try and find
Fun.
some stuff to raffle off. How
I got
about
tickets?
a date with Matt? I'm just
Are you really going to do that?
Wow.
I mean, who really wants to?
I think it would
Breakfast
be
with the
fun. I
morning
think
dri-
somebody would do it. I
Breakfast
might
with the
even
morning
bid on
drive.
that. I might even bid on the date with Matt.
Would you?
I would.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, not like a romantic date or anything like that.
Take you out to eat.
Dinner time with Matt. Dinner
I
time with
tell
Matsky.
you, Matt, you're always a lot of fun to eat dinner with.
Yeah. Well, thank you, man. We're and on axemediagroup.com, if you are interested, first of all, hit me up. You can email me at pearsonmatthew622@gmail.com, or you can notify us on here on the website, and they'll get the message to me. But there is also a entry form that we need you to fill out. If you want to be in it, we need this. All you have to do is highlight it, right-click it, and print it. And then fill it out, and you can mail it to 1736 East Sunshine, Suite 216.
Can they fax it? Somebody asked me about that.
I don't have a fax. They can email it.
Okay.
So they have fax to email machines.
Yeah, well, they do.
Yeah, just give them my email address, give them my business card, and have them email it to me. So it's exciting stuff. I'll be here. I've decided Monday, Tuesday.
Somebody's supposed to be here.
Not until 9:30. So I'll be here Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday.
Today's Friday?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. I'll be here so that we can get recordings done. If you want to come up here, you can bring your stuff up here, flash drives, what have you.
I'm going to post a video this weekend on the progress at Crosswalk of Hope. It's amazing. I'm really excited about the distance we've come
Yeah,
on the
did
store.
you did a really
can't
good
wait.
job on that
Yep.
shelf, and it's a big shelf.
I got the second one. The frame is all together.
Even since I saw you yesterday.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
It's like you do that for a living or something.
Well, I've built a lot of things.
Yeah, he makes furniture. That's what
Used
he
to.
makes. I mean, you still would.
We'll see.
Would.
We'll see. I'm getting rid of my tools. I'm not having a bunch of tools. I have so many big tools. I couldn't store them all.
Yeah.
You know, and I had to, in order to have a place, I needed to have a big place,
Yeah.
and I don't want that. I'd like to reduce it and maybe be able.
You want to become a minimalist.
I want to travel the country. I want to be able to
Minimalist?
travel the country and be at
Minimalist.
home wherever I am, and having so much stuff doesn't allow for that.
Right.
You know, recreationally. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, I would like to take a vacation, even though I won't have a paid vacation. I'd like to take a vacation for 2 or 3 weeks, go see my sister in Georgia, my sister in
In
you know,
Georgia.
Florida, and I'd like to see my mother.
Florida.
Florida. I want to go
Mm-hmm.
to Florida. Janice said that she really enjoys the CD.
Good.
It's
And,
amazing music.
There's one of them. It's like after we're done, you hear, "How was that, guys?" "Oh, that was good, fun." You can hear us talking
Yep.
in the background.
And she would do a date with Matt. Jana.
Janet
Yeah.
would. Is that what she said?
Yeah. Date with Matt.
Get her down here. We'll do it. We'll
There you go,
we'll
Jana.
go on a date.
You heard it here, right here on the morning drive.
Could be a date
she'll
with
have
Jay,
to
too.
bid on it.
Yeah, you have to bid on it.
Oh, I'm
You know,
sorry, Jana.
I'm pretty sure that
She might win.
You know,
Boy, it got quiet all of a
I
sudden.
really no. I'm not kidding.
There you go, Jana. You heard it here.
I thought I did more than just one episode the other day.
Yeah, Jana, you did miss the show. I'm sorry.
Matt's really fun to hang out with.
Yeah, he
so
is.
humorous, so fun, clever, easy to talk to.
Yeah.
And, as far as me, if I was to do the date thing, look, I'm a pretty serious. I enjoy debating politics, religion. You know what I mean? I'm a little bit more serious, though I can joke.
And
know what I
me,
mean?
I'm
Really?
just a goofball.
So that
I'm a
doesn't make
goofball.
me prime dating material. Wanting, I enjoying those kinds of debates and discussions. Usually,
Well,
they're
you're a
pretty
deep
tense.
thinker.
Well, and I like to have my opinion changed. I like to have my perspective changed to be able to see a wider perspective. So I appreciate
I'm
people
going on
who
a date
don't
with
agree
Rachel.
with me.
Yeah. Hey, could be, and then we could like do a. Yeah. So I'll talk to Jim
Tomorrow?
and see
I want to say
dinner date with Matsky.
Matsky. Yeah, there
Yeah.
you go. I would really. I don't know if Rachel's. Well, I don't think she's on today, but I just want to wish her a happy anniversary. Tomorrow's number 22 for Rachel and I.
What?
Yeah, we've been together 24 years, but we've been married 22 tomorrow.
Well, they say crazy people get along very well together. Just
hey,
kidding. I'm not saying your wife is crazy. I'm just kidding. I
crazy
mean crazy,
plus
goofy,
crazy.
goofy, not like
Equals
crazy,
crazy.
like I want to rip out your heart. That's
Yeah.
not that kind of
Well,
crazy.
I'm sure that she.
That's
she
psychotic,
thinks
yeah.
she takes you seriously sometimes.
Does
Well,
she?
does she sometimes? Well, she's definitely making mistakes there.
Yeah. I don't know what you're
But
talking
anyway,
about.
I want to
I'm
say
like-
that now.
I'm
so.
like Ben Stein. I'm so
Matt
serious.
has to announce. All right, I'm being serious now.
Yeah.
Oh man, here comes
And even then, it's a toss-up.
Yeah,
here's the serious side of Matt.
yeah.
I have a serious side from
He does
time
have
to
a
time.
serious side.
Yeah, you do.
Not very often. I mean, it's kind of like,
Yeah,
snow in the winter in Florida, but still.
Janice said she would date you too.
I would date.
Yeah, I hear they were a pretty good band.
We'll have to do a
Yeah, they were.
an auction
Yeah.
or whatever they call it.
He's like, getting no bids from nobody. That'd really boost my self-esteem. Then. And it's just so we know that it's not like we say, hey, dinner date. Not. I mean, if we are two single consenting adults and sparks fly or whatever, I'm not against it. But
morning-
anyways, yeah, that's.
The morning drive version of the.
It doesn't have
Bachelor.
to be romantic.
It does not. No, not at all.
I was just gonna say the morning drive version of the.
I mean,
Bachelor.
I'll take you. I'll
That's
take
why
you,
I'm saying I would bid on a date.
take you to fast food.
Because we won't
McDonald's,
be
all
getting
right.
romantic anytime
Candle,
soon, Matt.
McDonald's
No,
by
much
as I
candlelight.
love you.
Not as much as I love you too. What'd you say?
I was just gonna be. I'm being funny. I said McDonald's by candlelight.
Yeah. Will they even let you bring a candle into a McDonald's? I think they had one
Into a
caught
fast
fire.
food restaurant? You mean?
I don't
Yes.
think they'll let you.
I think that's what you mean.
And another blue and white.
Oh, yeah.
Colored fast food joint that has small hamburgers, pretty cheap. That you could.
I haven't eaten out in a long time either.
No, well,
Man.
see, my days of eating out are
Well,
done.
I eat at work.
No, just a
But
fun time.
That's
Janice
not
said.
the same.
yeah.
Yeah.
That can
Like
be
I said,
fun
it doesn't
too,
have to
Jan.
be
You don't want
I'm
to.
just kidding.
I like so debate. I like to have serious discussions about difficult subjects.
And that's okay if you're
So.
if you're into that. And you
I
know
enjoy a
that-
good conspiracy theory.
Ooh, yeah.
Definitely does.
I
That
can
would definitely
invent
be a
those
great
and
date.
make them up and get carried away. So those are the kind of things that I do.
It would be a great date. I'm telling you what, they're out there.
Crafts. I love crafting. If I need something or want something, I like to make it if I can.
Yeah.
Those are the kinds of things.
Oh man,
Could have
you guys are really putting me.
You're married.
I know.
yeah.
I like bowling.
What shame is there in being married?
there is.
Jay and
You
I
nailed
have
it,
what you
Steve.
call a bromance.
You know
Yeah, we
what though? It's called a date night, and that's what we're planning on tonight because she's off tomorrow.
Yeah.
We're gonna really have a good time. We've got several places that we're going to have a date day and night with.
Good.
You heard me right.
I'm out of here.
Are you out of here already?
Isn't it time?
It is. Just about.
Aw. You know, time flies when you're having fun.
Sorry, I was just making sure that.
And really, I think we only talked about rain for like 5 or 10 minutes.
Right.
Not even. Not even.
I think it was maybe like 5 minutes if that.
I am soaked. I came in here in the rain. My rain suit did not keep me dry. But I figured instead of getting everything I have wet, making one trip in here, I would take the thing that was most likely to get me wet in here, so that the thing that really works better, I'll take it to work.
Yeah.
That way.
All right, folks. So I'd like to thank you for putting you off there. I'd like to thank you guys for joining us on the morning drive today. Be sure and tune in next for the Morning Mouth with Johnny Rooster and Pastor Matt, one of our latest episodes, and then followed by the Happy Hour with Dr. Paul Collins and his lovely wife Nancy. And I don't know who their guest is going to be today. It might be somebody, it might not be. Just tune in and find out. So until then, my friends, God bless you and keep you. We love you. My name is Matt.
My name is Jay.
My name is Steve.
And this has been
The Morning
Drive.